Hey there gamers, DreamcastGuy here, and today we're talking about State of Play's PlayStation and specifically Ghost of Yotei. I feel like a lot of people are not quite grasping how big of a deal Ghost of Tsushima 2 is about to be. I actually think that we're about to get an absolute media blitz about the game, and last night a Sony employee basically straight up said, yes, there is still a lot coming forward, yes, it's still coming this year, and they released 4 new screenshots. But I want to talk about this because I do have a feeling that Ghost of Yotei is about to be the talk of the town, and I just want to rant about it. Hi, hope you're having a great day, and if you could, please give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Now, in case you don't understand the hype, Ghost of Tsushima was the game we got on PlayStation 4, and this is technically one of the most successful PlayStation games ever produced. They actually made this for a relatively tiny budget, which is wild because it's so gorgeous, it's so fun, it's so expansive. But ever since a lot of us beat Ghost of Tsushima 1, everybody was like, okay, where's Ghost 2? And then they did announce it. But ever since the reveal of Ghost of Yotei, a lot of people have been very optimistically confused, I'd call it, because this takes place 300 years after the first game. It's got a different main character. It takes place in a different region of Japan, but it's also definitely a lot more beautiful and a lot bigger budget. I think something that personally I'm a bit, I guess I want to say, excited and conflicted about is something that PlayStation does a lot is that if a game sells good, they give you like 10 times the budget for the second game. We saw that with Last of Us Part 1 to Last of Us Part 2. We see that a lot. Killzone 2 to Killzone 3. Way more budget, right? Well, we know for a fact that Ghost of Tsushima has sold 13 million copies for I think they said it was an $80 million budget. This makes it literally cost to profitability a landmark when it comes to PlayStation. So I'm kind of curious to see, obviously right now, we just had, a couple days ago, Assassin's Creed Shadows came out. And a lot of people are already making that comparison, saying this very much feels Ghost of Yotei-ish, in that you're playing as a little ninja and a big samurai and you're running around in Japan, right? But I feel like Ghost of Yotei has a chance to be a lot more grounded, a lot more serious, a lot more, in my opinion, a lot better written and stuff. But this is the tweet that a lot of people, a lot of PlayStation fans have kind of been laser focusing on, which is that this is Andrew Goldfarb. He actually used to work at IGN. I've listened to this guy for years and years and years, but now he's the senior communications manager of Sucker Punch. So that's obviously the people that are developing it. And he says, come work with me. We're looking for an experienced and community and support specialist to help us launch Ghost of Yotei this year. To be clear and upfront, this is a contract role. You can do it remote, but that's it. They're confirming officially that it is coming this year. Now, here's why that's very cool. Almost every company now has once again completely stated objectively they're trying to dodge GTA 6. Everybody is terrified because Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out this year. And nobody wants to come out near it. If you don't know this, there is definitely an attention commodity. There is only so much hype. There's only so much money. There's only so much sales. There's only so much memes and stuff that can be made. So a lot of times, if an absolute juggernaut of a game comes out, it hurts the sales around it. It's provable. It's classic. So everybody's basically saying, okay, if anybody releases the same month, the same week, God forbid, the same day as GTA 6, your game is just dead. There's no way it's going to be in the discount bin in 10 days, right? So Ghost of Yotei, the thought right now is that very likely we're getting GTA 6 around October-ish, right? So that could mean that honestly, he says, I predict a late August or early September release date, not close to GTA 6. This is the new screenshots. Honestly, I think it would be extremely cool if we did get a release date for August. Right now, obviously, I'm recording this on March 28th, so that's really only a couple months away. But if they're going to start doing it, my big question mark is that with the first game, with the first Ghost of Tsushima, they advertised the hell out of it. They were very smart. This came out the same year as The Last of Us Part 2. And when The Last of Us Part 2 was about to come out, they basically did a whole media blitz for that. They let that sell real well. And then they kind of let it sort of just simmer. And then they really ramped up for Ghost of Tsushima 1. They had all sorts of dedicated state of plays. They were doing dedicated trailers. They were doing all sorts of long gameplay segments. If we're going to be getting this in August or September, I feel like we're coming to a chance where Sony really needs to start banging that drum. They need to just come out and say, hey, here's what's up. Here is the release date. Here is the special edition that comes with a cool freaking straw hat. I mean, when I see these graphics, the thing to me is that as great as this is, it is wild that we have one 90-second trailer. I mean, we know for a fact this game has been in development now for almost 3 years, almost 4 years. No, yeah, four years at this point. So to me, it is a bit funny to consider the fact that right now, this internally very likely has a release date. Internally, it very likely has maybe even a demo or something like that. It is funny to me that publicly we know so little. This year, last year, and the year before that, 2023, 2024, 2025, I feel like the biggest part to me that feels extremely strange is this obsessive silence of the gaming industry, where the fact that even Sony is not blasting these screenshots out. They just updated the store page with these great screenshots. Why is it that Sony would rather say nothing than come out here and say, hey, we're coming out with your next favorite game. Hey, check out these graphics. Check out this world building. Check out why we decided to do this new character, this new time period. I think this game looks extremely good, but I'm still kind of curious to see how it ends up playing. The first game had some of the best sword combat, dueling, playing the game in black and white, and seeing all the duels and stuff. It just, man, the first game was so good. I feel like the thing in my head is it possible to even top that? I gave Ghost of Tsushima 1 10 out of 10. I platinumed it on PlayStation 4. I platinumed it on PlayStation 5. And if this is just as good, I do think it's going to break the internet in half. But I wanted to just ramble. I wanted to talk a bit about it because I'm excited. Even hearing Sony confirm, yes, it's coming this year, to me, very good news. But how do you guys feel about Ghost of Yotei? And do you miss Jen? Do you hope that someday they go back and do more of his story? Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and please keep dreaming. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.